Mama in the kitchen, little hands on my knees, asking me who made the stars and who made these trees. I say,
baby, let me tell you about the one over all. We don't bow
to the dollar, we just answer his call. We don't get it perfect, but we walk in the day. When the world feels heavy, we still teach them to pray. We gon' raise them to the light,
to the light,
to the light. Every little step, every stride in his sight. When the fears start talking, we hold them tight. Show them how to stand upright. We gon' raise them to the light, to the light. Teach them how to love, how to live what's right. In a world so crooked, hearts still bright. We gon' raise them to the light.
Daddy at the doorway, watching sons in the yard, telling them, respect your mama, guard your sister's heart.
We open up the scriptures round the table at night,
laughing while we're learning how to walk in that life. They gon' see temptation, they gon' hear every lie. We just plant that wisdom, let the truth multiply. We gon' raise them to the light,
to the light,
to the light. Every little step, every stride in his sight. When the fears start talking, we hold them tight. Show them how to stand upright. We gon' raise them to the light,
to the light.
Teach them how to love, how to live what's right. In a world so crooked, hearts still bright. We gon' raise them to the light. Raise them to the light.
I'll cover them in prayer when I'm weary.
So weary.
I'll cover them in work, keep them near me.
Right here.
If they ever lose their way in the night, they remember what we showed them, what we told them, give sight. We gon' raise them to the light,
To the light.
every little step, every stride in his sight. When the fears start talking, we hold them tight. Show them how to stand upright. We gon' raise them to the light, to the light. Teach them how to love, how to live what's right. In a world so crooked, hearts still bright. We gon' raise them to the light,
To the light.
to the light, to the light. We gon' raise them to the light,
To the light.
to the light, to the light. We gon' raise them to the light.
All right. All right. Yeah, surely raise them to the light if you're in the light. But for all intents and purposes, perhaps you are with a mate that's not in the light. They have their ear. You can't put that on yourself. And even if you're both on the same page as far as the Most High is concerned, once you've instructed your children, you can do no more. The onus is not on you. You regulated that relationship to themselves. So don't let your children give you heartbreaks, especially when you've trained them in the light or properly. That responsibility lies on them. Because surely our children can heartbreak us in this universal captivity. And not only that, they have the ear of serpents. We'll read about those serpents quite shortly. So in this universal captivity, there's all things to waylay them, sidetrack them. So if you're bringing them up in the light, just do the best you can. And don't hold that against yourself. Because sometimes you have to show tough love. You have to let the strings go. And because you raise them in the light, perhaps the Most High willing, as that song that Lasagna wrote, perhaps they will have the opportunity to come back to the Most High. You can do all you can do. And sometimes that's not good enough. But just do your part. Plant the seed and let the Most High water. Praise Yah. My name is Yam Sufa Aria, and this is the Real Talk for Real People study show. Program. A program designed to study the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov, and certainly study his chosen people, not simply for the sake of being giddy about it, but to find out what mistake did his chosen people make that finds themselves in a universal captivity. And who are those chosen people? There are some in Israel that said they are that chosen people, but the evidence does not rest in that case. The evidence does not support this in no shape, form, and or fashion. I don't even think they call Yah. They call for American bombs. They call for British bombs, but they don't call on Yah. So the evidence does not support this. Along with that, we studied the enemies of the Most, just like that serpent I told that we're about to study, Satan and others in the spiritual element, Satan, and human factors. And it's just that serpent that got our mother, the mother of all, waylaid, and got our father Adam waylaid. And it seems, and I'm saying this prematurely, they didn't take ownership of their responsibilities. Adam blamed Eve. Eve blamed the serpent. The serpent looked around and there wasn't nobody else, so that's why he's sliding on the ground. No one owning up to their responsibilities like King Darwin. That's why Brother Carter and I respected King. He didn't blame it on anyone else but himself. Whatever fault lied in his path, he didn't blame it on universal white race supremacy. He didn't blame it on our brothers and sisters around about that time. Whatever King Darwin did, he took ownership, as we all should take ownership of our shortcomings. Yes, we should study the enemies of the Most High, because for all intents and purposes, they still are the enemies of the Most High, along with the enemies of the Most High chosen people also. Not only I, but my dear friend and brother, Brother Cottrell of New York City, my fellow elder. Sister Tai, a daughter of Zion, a fellow elder. And my Isha, simply my wife in Hebrew, Nasanya, a daughter of Zion. We're here to do our due diligence, more obligation, to share in these instructions with you. So I don't have to have a preamble today. I sort of incorporated that into introducing myself. So without further ado, let me introduce Brother Cottrell of New York City. Brother Cottrell, may the Most High bless you, friend. Your mic is hot.
Thank you, Yah. May the Most High bless you as well. My sisters Thais and my sister Nasanya and our whole nation. Bless Yah, O my soul, and all that's within me. Bless his holy name. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Holy One of Yisrael, the Elohim of our fathers, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yisrael. Give him thanks and praise for his loving kindness and his tender mercies towards us. Praise Yah.
Praise Yah, Brother Cottrell. Elder Tai, may the Most High bless you, daughter of Zion. Your mic is hot. Well, I see you, Tai. I got you. I'm putting you on stage. There you go, sis. Your mic is
Okay.
hot.
Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High and to the nation of Israel, and those that are abroad and who are with us on this call. I'm looking forward to the study. I'm in transit, so I plan to. I trust I'll be to my desk so that I can get to my notes before the program is over. But I am in transit. Hallelujah.
Praise the Most High. You be safe, Tai. Okay. Now, Sonia, may the Most High bless you. Your mic is hot.
Thank you so much, Young Sue. Shalom, shalom, family. All praises to the Holy One of Israel. I'm excited to be back. Blessed to be back. All praises.
Thank you,
Happy
Sonia.
everybody
May
made
the
it.
Most High bless you. All praises. Here's how the format of the study will proceed tonight. I will be leading the studies up. Sonia, were you about to say something?
No,
Okay,
I
I
was just
thought I heard
mentioning
you.
that I was happy that we all made it back. All praises.
Praise Yah. My apologies, Sonia. Fellow students, we will be studying in the book of Bereshit, which you call Genesis. That is the actual name for this book, not the Greco-Roman / English, Portuguese, France, Belgium, or whatever. The actual name for this book is Bereshit. Brother, in the 3rd chapter. Brother Contra will be studying in the 3rd chapter of Yeshayahu. You call it Isaiah. That is not his actual name, but his Hebrew name is Yeshayahu. Chapter 3. Judgment on Yehuda and Jerusalem. Oppression and luxury condemned. That about concludes this chapter. So let us begin in the study, shall we? Turn to Bereshit chapter 3. Temptation and man and the fall of man, humanity. Now the serpent was more cunning than any beast of the field, which Yah Elohim had made. This serpent, he said to the woman Eve, has Yah indeed said, you should not eat of every tree of the garden? Being sarcastic. And the woman said to the serpent, we may eat of the fruits of the trees of the garden. We're regulated to eat those, so she says. But the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yah said, she knew you should not eat it, nor shall you touch it, lest you die. Not in the physical sense, but certainly in the spiritual sense. And yes, in the physical sense, because mankind were designed to die. So yes, a spiritual sense and a physical sense. Then the serpent said to the woman, with his sarcasm, you are not surely die. For Yah knows that in the day you eat of it, your eyes will be open. And you'll be like Yah. You're no good and evil. He ran game on Eve. He appealed to pride. He appealed to excuse me, let me get it out. Arrogance. Her pride and arrogance. He knew her weakness. And he appealed to her weakness. So when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree desirable to make one wise, he appealed to her pride and arrogance. She took of his fruit and ate. Along with that, she gave to her husband Adam with her. He knew better, and he ate. Then the eye of both of them were opened. Spiritual component, the physical component. And they knew that they were naked. They were innocent. They weren't even aware they were even naked, just like babies. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves coverings. And they heard the sound of Yah Elohim walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yah Elohim among the trees of the garden. Yah already knew what had happened. Yah wasn't stupid. Then Yah Elohim called after Adam and said to him, "Where are you?" And Adam responded and said, "I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself." So Yah knew what was up. And he said, "Yah, who told you you were naked?" I already know cause and effect, Yah says in that statement. Who told you you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree which I commanded that you should not eat? Then the man Adam said, making excuses like we always do, always blaming it on someone else, not taking ownership. The woman who you gave to me to be with me, you made her, you gave it to me, and she with me, and she gave me one of the tree, and I ate, making excuses. You made that woman, you gave it to me. Well, you know what? You know how that go. And she gave me of the tree. That was an excuse. And I ate. And Yah Elohim said to the woman, looking for responsibility and ownership, "What is this you have done?" And the woman said, looking for excuses, "The serpent deceived, and I ate." Everybody looked for excuses. And they all knew better, and they knew better. And Yah Elohim said to the serpent, "Because you've done this, you're cursed more than all cattle, more than every beast of the field. On your belly you shall go, and you shall eat dust all the days of your life." You know, the serpent walked on 2 legs. You didn't know that? And they're still on 2 legs. Truth be told, all the days of your life. And I will put enmity between you and the woman. They still here, those snakes. Between your seed and her seed, those snakes. He will bruise your head, mankind, and you shall bruise his heel. To the woman he said, "Here's your consequence. I will greatly multiply your sorrow and your conception, childbirth. In pain, you will bring forth children." So you will know that's why you're bringing forth children and how you're bringing forth children, because you violated my covenant, my contract, my codification. Your desire should be for your husband. You should be looking after the best interests of your husband. That will bring you desire if you're married. Looking after the best interests of your husband. And he shall rule over you. Not in the sense of universal white patriarchal ruling over you. But Yah acknowledged the man, then he acknowledged the woman in the relationship. So the woman can't supersede her husband's authority. And her husband can't abdicate his authority to his wife. He's not the Lord over her to use her as a footstool, but she's not to be over him to be the Lord over him. Yah gave this format, not mankind. A lot of sisters that believe in feminism, all kind of other isms. We didn't say this. Yah says this. and construct with their relationship. Yah is looking to the man first, not negating the woman, but in that relationship, Yah looks to the man. That's what Yah is saying. No, Eve has to own up for her responsibilities. But in a marriage, Yah deals with the man first, and he's going to deal with that woman secondly. So a man cannot abdicate his role in that relationship, nor can a woman have authority over her husband or rule over her husband in that relationship. There's constructs. They're not made by men. They're made by the Most High because of what Eve done. So don't blame it on Yah. Blame it on our mother because her mother wasn't regulated to that position. She was regulated to that position and regulated all women to the position by her actions. So you feminists don't call and cry out to Yom Sufa Aria. If you got a bone to pick with it, take it up with Yah. Then Adam said. Then to Adam, he said, Yah, here's your part you played. Your wife played a part, you played a part. Here's what I got for you. Because you've heeded the voice of your wife. See, a lot of you brothers need to stop heeding the voice of your wives, abdicating the role of the Most High. The Most High, I'm not saying love your wife, honor your wife, respect your wife, be equal with your wife. But don't listen to your wife and her husband when they tell you something outside the scope of the Most High, because there's consequences and repercussions. So, because you've heeded the voice of your wife, stop listen to your wives and husband when they're telling you something outside the construct of the Most High. And have eaten from the tree of which I commanded you. You did this all. Forget what that woman said. Saying, I said, you should not eat of it. So here's what's going to happen to you. Cursed is the ground for your sake. In toil you should eat of it. And certainly we're toiling to produce things of it. All the days of your life, and we're still toiling. Both thorns and thistles, it shall bring forth. It didn't used to be like this. You should eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of your face, you should eat bread. By the sweat of your brow, you should eat bread. Till you turn to the ground. For out of it you were taken. For dust you are, we're nothing but dust. Vapor, as Corlett said. And to dust you shall return. Hard work in order to survive. It wasn't like that in the beginning. None of these things where we find and play were like that in the beginning. Eve wasn't under the rule of her husband in that regard. But because of this, she came under the rule of her husband. Adam didn't have to put in work like that, but he was subjected to work. So don't get mad at the constructs. Look at what caused the problem. Eve caused the problem for all women. Adam caused the problem for all men. And the Most High codified them in that regard. And finally, Adam called his wife name. He said Eve. Because she is the mother of all living things. Meaning that our mother, even that being said, is held in high esteem and should be held in high esteem. Why? Just like our mother, all mothers are of all living. So don't look at the bad side. Look at the good side. You feminists out there, there was consequences for their actions. You're not the creator. You're codified by the creator. He don't have to ask you whether you like it or not. He don't care whether or not you like it or not. The Most High says, you better believe it and you better act upon it. Because when I come to judge, there's going to be consequences and repercussions if you're not acting in his codified manner. But yet he still holds our mother in high esteem, because she is the mother of all living things. Also for Adam and his wife. See, Yah is always looking after us, even when we mess up, isn't he? Even when our mother and father of creation messed up, he didn't leave them either behind naked in the dirt. What did he do? He punished them. And Yah Elohim made tunics and clothed them, because they were aware that innocence was gone. And they knew what good and evil was, something that was foreign to them. But Yah didn't leave them by the wayside, as he doesn't leave any of us by the wayside. He gives means and opportunities. We just had to take advantage of them, because we can't make Yah do anything or accept anything. These are many lessons to be told here. A lot of us like to make excuses, blaming on somebody. As Adam blamed the woman, as the woman blamed the serpent. Serpent looked around with nobody to blame, but mind you, he probably was looking for someone. Meaning we should bear ownership of our own actions, what part we play. Then Yah Elohim said, behold, a man has become one like us, in the sense he knows good and evil. He was totally innocent. And now, at least he put out his hand and take also the tree of life and eat. If he had took his hand, even him had took that other fruit of life, he would have never died, because man was designed to die. Woman wasn't designed to die. So Yah said, well, I'm going to have to put a stop to this. And so what did Yah do? Yah said, now at least he put out his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever. Therefore Yah Elohim sent him out of the Garden of Eden to till the ground from which he was taken. So he drove out the man and placed a cherubim at the east of the Garden of Eden, and a flaming sword which turned every way to guard the way to the tree of life. As I mentioned earlier, humans were designed to die. But you can thank that for our mother and our father of humanity, because of their disobedience. And you feminists can thank our mother. But this does not negate your specialness as far as being the mother of all living. But you're relegated to a position in the relationship that the Most High deals with your husband. And then he deals with you. So in that relationship, there's constructs. Mankind didn't make it. Womankind didn't make it. It's codification of the Most High. Praise Yah. Thank you, Yah. And thank you, Mosaic, for these instructions. Praise Yah and bless his holy name. Brother Katya, any comments on the commentary?
All praise to the Holy One of Israel, the Creator, who set all these things in motion in the beginning. We thank him for our prophet Moshe, who traveled spiritually to the past to see all these things and record it. But there's a lot of information that's kind of like hidden, that's poetically described the way Moshe described it, because we're talking about the serpent being cunning. Where did he get that cunning from? And what this was, this entity, the serpent? Could he have been an angel who came down in the form of like a man-like type being? A lot of people
I have my
speculate.
suspicion, my dear friend. I have
Yes,
my suspicion that it was Satones.
yes. So we know that angels can interact with the seed of Adam. That we know, because we're going to see that, as we go on, that the sons of
Exactly.
Yah, who were Elohim, interacted with the daughters of men. So this is the
Exactly.
first instance of that. And when the Most High talks about Eve's seed, we know that women don't have seed, they carry seed. So Eve's seed is really Adam's seed, and Adam and Eve are really one flesh, like they mentioned in the beginning. So the enmity between the serpent seed and Eve's seed, we're going to see play out. I don't want to get too ahead of this, the chapters that you're reading. But the Most High, like you said, gives you the opportunity to make an account of yourself, because he already knew what went on. He's going to ask you to see how honest, what your integrity is. Are you going to take responsibility for what you did and be contrite about it? So, unfortunately, our ancestors, Adam and Eve, were not responsible. They didn't hold responsibility for what they did. They try to blame each other. And we got to learn a lesson from that. Praise Yah.
Praise Yah. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my brother. Elder Tai, have you made it home yet?
I am almost there. But I'm grateful to be able to listen. And I don't have my notes in front of me, but I did want to say, Brother Cottrell, you mentioned, the woman's seed, yes, and Adam's seed, they are one. And then the serpent seed, and how we'll see that play out even with Cain and Abel. And it's indicative of the disposition, the character, the attitude, the spiritual disposition of the serpent's seed, and how that will begin to play out, and how we can identify, because most people, as we know, in the Christian world, in the religious world, they think that they're talking about that JC, and how he bruised his head and bruised his heel and this and that. We will see that he does not have a factor in this equation. So I want, to make mention of that we are in tune to that we can eliminate JC in the scriptures, because when the truth is told, it eliminates him. And we need to know that we don't serve other gods as we have in times past, and our forefathers. That is one of our shortcomings with the Most High, as far as the curses and our chastisement with the Most High. And something else I was going to mention. And how, one of the other dispositions that we as women, our desire is to our husband, that, we think, that's a beautiful thing, but that's really one of the consequences of of Eve's, our mother's disobedience, that, our desire is to a man. So if we understand that, we can put that in proper perspective when we conduct ourselves in orderly conduct, opposed to disorderly conduct, as far as who we are as women, and the responsibility that we still hold to the Most High. So I just wanted to mention that. Yes, all praises to the Most High. Yeah, I'm almost home. I'm coming in my community now. So I'll be to my desk in just a minute. I'll be switching um, devices, Elder Brother Yamsu. So when you
Yes,
see
ma'am.
me coming in, you'll know what's taking place. All
Yes,
praises to
ma'am.
the Most High.
I
Yeah.
have both of your devices online, and I
Okay.
appreciate Elder your astuteness and your perception of things, because the design in the beginning wasn't for Eve, husband's desire, to be her subjugated to his desires. That wasn't
Hmm.
the concept at the beginning, but that's
Hmm.
part of the responsibility. When you're
Hmm.
chastised, there's some responsibility that's negated to that. So
Hmm.
it's cause and effect. Thank you,
Yes.
Elder.
I
All
would like to make a
praises.
comment on what she said, Ima
Yes,
Thais.
yes.
Um, when we read about how Yah subjugated Eve under Adam, we're looking at it from a Western perspective. Because when we read the history of our people, there were so many prominent women that were not under their husband in the manner that we think that a woman's supposed to be under her husband in the Western way. Um, the Most High allowed the daughters of Zion to flourish. As a matter of fact, yesterday we saw how Yah accentuated the role of the daughters of Zion. So that role of a wife being under a husband, we know that Manoah's wife, we don't know her name, but she was more prominent spiritually than Manoah. And Manoah was Shimshon's father. Yah speaking to her. And the same way Shemuel, the prophet's mother, Most High was speaking to her. He wasn't speaking to Shemuel's father. We don't even know Shemuel's father's name. But anyway, I just say that to say that the Most High did not put women under their husbands to be under the concept that the European Greco-Roman Empire has women subjugated under. Praise Yah.
And I'm glad that he didn't, Brother Carter, and he certainly did not on the universal white supremacy of the patriarchal system of universal white race supremacy. But there's still things in play there, but not to the extent that the patriarchal rule for this Western system is concerned. There's a vast difference. And it's not to dominate, mistreat, abuse, and sometimes kill her, just like they do under this universal captivity. But it's regulated for the Most High for cohesiveness, to avoid chaos and confusion, not to negate the fact that the Most High can use our sisters in whatever format he so pleases. It's just a structure, a codification to minimize conflict. That's all it is. Praise the Most High.
All praises.
So without further, yes, Brother Cartrell.
Yeah, the Greco-Roman European concept for women is that they should be home, having babies, cooking food, cleaning the house.
Naked and in the kitchen, so to speak.
In contrast to that, we have Proverbs 31,
Yes.
which speaks about the virtuous woman, how she's not just at home cooking, cleaning, but she's industrious, she's entrepreneurial, she's an honored being in our nation. She ain't just stuck at home watching babies cooking and cleaning. Praise Yah.
And that being said, my brother, that is true. But she still is looking after the best interests of her husband also. Not to negate her or restrict her, but just to keep things flowing. To keep things constructive and positive.
And vice versa.
Yes, brother. Yeah, vice versa. It works both ways, brother. It works both ways for the male and for the female. Their counsel is the only counsel they should be heeding to as far as their relationships are concerned. Each of their counsel should be the most vital counsel that they should take heed to in their regard, both male and female. Above all, they are a team. Not only they're a team, they become one. Each looking out for the best interest of the other. Praise the Most High. Thank you, Brother Cottrell. Fellow student, as promised. No, Sonia, may the Most High bless you. Any comments on the commentary?
No, no, thank you.
Thank you, Sonia. Fellow student, as promised. Brother Cottrell concludes the studies in the book of Yeshayahu, chapter 3. You call it Isaiah. That is his actual Hebrew name. Brother Cottrell, may the Most High bless you. You have the mic.
Thank you, Brother Yah. May the Most High bless you as well.
Thank you, my friend.
So we go from the beginning to the end. And there's some middle in between, because chapter 3, the prophet Isaiah focuses on his immediate situation, or the Most High has him focusing on his immediate situation with the tribe of Yehuda, who was left of the nation after the 10 tribes had been scattered after the Syrian conquest and captivity. So the northern tribes are in captivity, while Yeshayahu the prophet is speaking to the tribe of Yehuda. It's not just the tribe of Yehuda alone, because they were affiliated with Benjamin and Levi, and I think one other tribe. So the tribe of Judah went wayward in the time of the prophet Yeshayahu, and Yah brings judgment on them. In chapter 3 of the book of Yeshayahu, it says, "For behold, Yah of hosts, does take away from Jerusalem and from Yehuda the stay and the staff." Y'all know what the stay and the staff is, right?
Mm-hmm.
The whole stay of bread and the whole staff of water. The mighty man, the man of war, the judge and the prophet and the prudent and the ancient, the elders, the captain of 50 and the honorable man and the counselor and the cunning artificer and the
I'm sorry, Elder.
orator.
When you said, do we know what was? I don't think I know. Can you tell me? Tell us.
The stay and the staff.
Please.
It just explained it. The whole stay of bread.
Oh, okay.
And the whole stay of water. Water and bread. You need that, right, to survive. In other words, they were going through a drought. Y'all put a drought on them, a famine. And he's saying that our leaders, our counselors, our prophets, our judges, our mighty men of war, honorable men, elders, counselors, cunning artificers, and eloquent orators. You know, all our people have all of that, right? They got all that. And I will give children to be their princes. Are children leading our people or elders leading our people?
In our community, brother, look at the evidence.
Which is it? Is it the children or the
children?
Elders?
The children.
And babes shall rule over them. Are babies ruling
The
over
evidence
them?
speaks for itself, brother.
How about the Jewish community? Is that happening there?
I'm not aware of that situation, but I doubt it.
I don't think so. Children are not running the Jewish community. But we're afraid of our children, aren't we?
Yep. Our children are crazy as they want to be.
And that's why Yah says, and the people shall be oppressed. Oppressed by who?
Our children.
Everyone by another. That's what we do. And everyone by his neighbor. That's us. No other people
Children
do
in
that.
the hood.
No other people do that. You watch other people, ethnic groups, other nationalities, they stick together. They don't do what we do.
They
We
respect
oppress
their
each
elders.
other. Everyone. and everyone by his neighbor. The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient. Ain't that what they do? They don't care that
They
you're an
all do.
elder.
Yes, disrespectful.
Do you see that in other cultures, and other nationalities, and other ethnic groups where the children don't respect their elders?
I don't see that, Brother Contrary.
Oh, it's only with us. It definitely ain't in the Jewish community because they love their elders. Right? So it says, when a man shall take hold of his brother of the house of his father, saying, you have clothing, be our ruler, and let this ruin be under your hand. So they were reaching out for leaders, right? Because the counselors, the prophets, the judges, the mighty men of war, ain't nobody stepping up.
Well, Brother Contrary, and it shows that they were just basing it on what he looked like, what he had on, not who he was.
Ain't that what we do?
That's them.
Ain't that us?
Man, give some nice Michael Jordan, some chains and whatnot. Oh, that's our ruler.
And who our ruler now? They in them big mega churches, right?
Exactly.
Looking good. Looking good. It says, in that day shall he swear, saying, I will not be an healer, for in my house is neither bread nor clothing. Make me not a ruler of the people. We all suffering. How you want me to lead the people? I can't even feed myself.
Me
Well,
neither, brother.
huh?
Me neither.
So our leaders, you have to be able to take care of yourself, right? To be a leader.
Exactly.
If you can't take care of yourself, you can't be a leader.
How you gonna take care of somebody else?
Right. It says, for Jerusalem is ruined, and Yehuda is fallen, because of what? Their tongue and their doings are against Yah, to provoke the eyes of his glory. So it ain't just what we do, it's what we say too. Yah is monitoring our conversations, our thoughts. What did you say? Oh, you're going to be judged for that. The 9th verse. They show of their countenance, there's witness against them, and they declare their sins as Sodom and Gomorrah. We proud, right? Proud homosexuals, proud lesbians. And we're going to tell it to your face, my nigga. And they hide it not. Woe to their soul, not their lives, but woe to their what?
Their soul.
Yeah. When you do sodomitish things, your soul is in the balance. For they have rewarded evil to themselves. People that
our brothers and sisters better stop marching in those parades, brother.
Yes, sir. Because they're bringing evil to themselves and woe to their soul. Say you to the righteous that it shall be well with him. If you're doing good things, you're living righteously, it's going to be good with you. Don't worry about it. Your soul is going to be good. For
cause
they
and
shall
effect, my brother. Cause and effect.
No doubt. For they shall eat the fruit of their doings. Maybe not in this lifetime, but maybe in a lifetime to come. Woe to the wicked. It shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hand shall be given to him. We see evil people die and don't get rewarded for the evil that they've done. But there's a spiritual component to it. Spiritual component that people don't see. And Yah weighs the balance of the souls. Is your soul going to live everlasting, or is your soul going to Sheol? You don't want your soul going to Sheol. Yah in the 12th verse says, as for my people, children are their oppressors. Yeah,
every gang in the neighborhood. Every gang in the neighborhood.
Yes. And women rule over them.
In every church.
You just read.
In every church.
We just read that the Most High said the husband should have rule over his house, right?
You certainly did, my friend.
The woman should be under her husband, not the other way around.
But women are running their houses, unfortunately. And you can see the effect of that.
what community that you know of besides ours where women rule over their community?
None that I know of, my brother.
That shows you that we're broken people. Because the men are the protectors of the nation. Are we protecting our nation?
No, we're not.
Every nation on the planet Earth protects their women and their nation, except us. That's why our women got a problem with us. They got a problem with us. We ain't doing what the
Well,
other
if they
men.
ain't got a problem, they see it as a problem, even though you might not be the problem. It's just they see so many men like that, Brother Cottrell. They see so many brothers like that. They think everybody's the same.
Well, we're broken people, and we're not acting or functioning as a nation where the men
Exactly.
protect the land. That's why you got armies and navies and air forces and marines and all that. Why? Because these men step up to protect their nation, don't they?
They certainly do. And they
And what do we
certainly
do?
should.
What are we doing? What do
We
we
don't
do?
do nothing. We
Okay.
go with the flow. The
It
children
says
running the children are running their communities. We don't stand up. We just go along with the flow. Universal white race supremacies are running the communities. What do? We don't stand up. We just go with the flow.
so we running after Oprah Winfrey and all these educated, rich sisters. Are they leading us in the right direction?
No, they aren't. No, they aren't, brother.
Kamala Harris, Michelle Obama. Are they leading us in the right direction?
No, they aren't, brother.
As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Oh, my people, they which lead you. Who's leading us? The women and the children.
Women and the
Cause you
children.
to error and destroy the way of your paths.
Women and children.
It ain't universal white racist supremacy that's doing that. We doing it to ourselves.
Exactly.
Do it to ourselves.
Keep
Y'all
it real,
stand
brother.
up
Keep it real.
to plead. Y'all's pleading with us. Do y'all hear y'all pleading? And he's standing up to judge us. Y'all will enter into judgment with the ancients of his people.
That's us, Brother Cottrell. That's us, Tai.
That's not us. That's our ancient fathers.
Well, it said, mine reads, Brother Cottrell. Yahweh enter into judgment with the elders of his people and his princesses.
Yes.
His princes.
And the princes thereof. He's talking about that time.
Right.
When Judah was in control of Jerusalem. For you have eaten up the vineyards, the spoil of the poor is in your houses. Were we supposed to be doing that? Robbing the poor people? Or are we supposed to be feeding the poor people?
We're supposed to be feeding the poor people.
What mean you that you beat my people to pieces? We beating each other still to this day and grind the face of the poor. You can't blame universal white racist supremacy for that. We did it to ourselves.
We're doing it all on our lonesome.
You can't blame the Hamites. You can't blame the other Shemites. Y'all's looking at us, what we do to one another. And this is Yehuda. Everybody want to be a Judite. I'm Yehuda. I'm from the tribe of Yehuda. No, y'all look what Yehuda was doing. Beating the people, grinding their faces of the poor. A mess. A straight mess. This is what Yahweh says. Moreover, Yah says, because the daughters of Zion are haughty. Are the daughters of Zion haughty?
You better believe it. They still are.
And walk with stretched forth neck and wanting eyes. You know how they roll their neck when they talking to you and they got that attitude? Only our sisters do that, right?
Exactly.
Walking and mincing as they go. Because they all that and a bag of chips. And making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, Yah will smite them with scab and crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. And Yah will discover their secret parts. In a day, Yah will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their calls, and their round tires like the moon, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs. Yeah, so what does your book say from 17 to 19? Because
17 to 19.
yeah,
Therefore, Yah will strike with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
stop.
And Yah will,
You know what that means?
uncover.
Daughters
They gonna be
of Zion gonna be bald headed.
bald headed.
And our sisters had a problem with that, didn't they?
Yeah, it's just started growing back.
Jewish
not my
women,
Esau, not
Jewish women,
Tai, I suspect.
Jewish women didn't have a problem with bald heads, did they?
No.
No other
Some
people on the
of our
planet
women-
had problems with bald heads except our women, right?
That's why our women got those extensions and wigs and everything, brother.
No doubt. So Yah's word is powerful. Yah's word is true. How long ago did the prophet Yeshayahu write this? A couple of thousand years ago,
my friend. Yeah.
and it's in effect today, isn't it?
Yes, sir. As we speak,
So what does it say?
Yah will uncover their secret parts.
Isn't that true? We see the videos. Players
hiding
magazine. They
They
definitely
ain't
ain't
hiding
hiding nothing.
anything, brother.
Oh no.
They
And
ain't hiding nothing.
they show their secret parts more than any other people, don't they?
Man, I saw some sisters. I told Nasanya. And I told Nasanya to see the little thing. And this sister took her shirt off. She had a bra on.
No.
And she was in the mall. She took her shirt off, had a bra on, and she was trying to fight another sister in the mall. In the mall. Come on now. That ain't cute.
Well, that's a spur of the moment thing. But video production of our women shaking their booty and showing their bodies all over the place to the world, that's a conscientious choice, isn't it?
Yes. Not by force, but by choice.
Exactly. So the daughters of Zion, should they be doing that?
They shouldn't, brother.
But they're doing it, aren't they?
They are.
All right. Y'all said it would happen. And we see it. We witness. We bear witness. Your word is true, Yah. Your word is true. So Yah will discover their secret parts. In that day, Yah will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their calls. What is 18? What is a call? What does 18 say for you?
The day of Yah would take away the finery. Their
Okay.
finery. Our sisters was fine. You know, they dressed fine back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
The jingling anklets, they wore anklets.
Go ahead.
The scarves, they wore scarves.
Mm-hmm.
The crescents, they wore
Okay.
crescents.
Right.
Pendants, they wore pendants. The bracelets, they wore bracelets. And the veils.
That's
The
what a muffler
headdresses,
is. A veil. Go ahead.
yeah. The leg ornaments, they wore
Mhm.
leg ornaments. And the headbands. They were fine looking sisters. They dressed fine. The perfume boxes, the charms, and the rings. They wore nose jewelry.
Stop.
Nose jewels? Yes. Our
Stop.
sisters wore nose jewels. Okay.
When did Europeans start wearing nose jewels?
When they saw us wearing them, our sisters.
Exactly. We've always had nose jewels,
Mhm.
but it shows that we the people.
Exactly.
Again,
22.
nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel,
Right.
the
They had
mantle.
many clothes.
Go ahead.
They had many clothes. The festal apparel,
Mm-hmm.
the mantles,
Mm-hmm.
the outer garments.
Mm-hmm.
They had purses, and they had mirrors. In the mirrors, they wore fine linen, turbans, and robes. And so it should be. Y'all say I'm gonna take all their good looks away. They not gonna have any idea what they used to look like.
And it
All
shall
intents
come
and
to
purposes, that's true.
pass that instead of sweet smells, there shall be stink. And instead of a girdle, a rent. Instead of a well set hair, baldness. Instead of a stomacher, a grinding of sackcloth and burning instead of beauty. Your men shall fall by the sword, and your mighty in the war. and her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. This was the outcome of what happened to our ancient fathers that were left of the remnant of the tribe of Yehuda. Praise Yah and bless his holy name.
Needs to be some reciprocals of that left in our communities, all those things that affected our sisters. And the hair extensions, we're some of the most high consumers of the hairs, the extensions. And so Sonia and I was watching a woman going into this hair place that made hair for people that had cancer survivors. This sister walked in there, man, it took all the folks' hair. $200,000. Who she was going to sell that hair to? Those hairs. I mean, hair that people had grew for these people with cancer. The baldness, as Yah said, seems to be applicable to us, unfortunately, that we go to that extent to steal hair for cancer patients.
Well, hair is a tremendous part of women's beauty.
It is.
That Yah would target that part of our sisters because of their iniquities and transgressions in ancient times. You notice that when women fight, they go straight for the hair, right?
Exactly. So when they fight a dude, they'll go straight for the hair.
Huh?
You better hope he don't have any.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brother Cartel. Fellow students, I need to not be redundant on what my brother shared in these studies. It's quite explicit and straight to the point. And you can apply that to certain people, not all people, but one group of people in that regard, not the Europeans and so on and so forth. But whatever was stated, you can make that application in that regard. You can see who those people are. Elder Tai, any comments in the commentary? Okay, where did she go? I see her right there. Gotcha, Elder.
All praises, all praises. So meaty. It is, you know, in all due respect to women by and large, to the nation of Israel that are, you know, scattered to the four corners of the earth. You know, this is, it is not, we're not talking about that having hair, or, you know, even if, you know, some women choose to wear that, that's not the issue. The issue is that the daughters of Zion, we have been haughty. We have been in disrespect of the Most High's laws, his statutes, and his judgments. And in so doing, he has chastened us and has given us a verdict, a ruling of what our disobedience is causing, or has caused, or will cause. So I'm glad we mentioned the daughters of Zion in chapter 3, because as we read yesterday in Yeshayahu chapter 2, it was mentioned daughter of Zion, and it wasn't daughter. So I wanted to make note of and highlight that there are the scriptures, the Tanakh mentions the daughter of Zion when we are talking about in Hebrew, Bat Zion, which is Bat daughter, and Zion, which is Zion, Yerushalayim, and it's talking about the nation, the daughters of the nation of Israel. And sometimes it's just talking about, when it's talking about daughters plural, when it's daughters plural, it is talking about the women of the nation of Israel. So the Hebrew prophecy often uses family imagery for cities and nation. So daughter means the population or community belonging to that city. So when we see the phrase that's referring to the people of Yerushalayim in the book of Yeshayahu, the first chapter in the 8th verse, it says the daughter of Zion. It's left as a cottage in a vineyard. And here the phrase describes Yerushalayim itself after destruction, not women itself. So we also have the book of Lamentations, the 2nd chapter, 11th verse, where it talks about the daughter of my people is destroyed. And this refers to the whole nation suffering, not just women. So it is similar to the daughter of Yerushalayim, where in Zechariah 9:9, it speaks about rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion, shout, O daughter of Yerushalayim. Both phrases, they clearly address the city's population collectively. So why is the daughter used? In ancient Hebrew poetry, it often describes cities as female figures. So we have examples of daughter of Zion, daughter of Yerushalayim, daughter of Babylon. So the imagery portrays the city and its people together as one community, as we saw in Micah 4:8, where the verse says, the kingdom shall come to the daughter of Yerushalayim. And it means authority returning to the people of Yerushalayim and Yehuda, not women specifically. So in the Tanakh, the phrase daughter of Zion is a poetic way of referring to the inhabitants of Yerushalayim, or the community belonging to Zion. So it represents the people collectively rather than women alone. So I just wanted to make the distinction. When we see the daughter of, we know we're talking about a collective whole, and the Most High is trying to speak to us as a nation. And then when we see daughters, as we see in this 3rd chapter of Yeshayahu, that it is specifically speaking to us individually as we are a part of the nation, but for us to begin to be reflective of that it is speaking to us specifically. All praises to the Most High Yah.
Thank you, Elder. Specifically, nor generally, for the inclusion of it, doesn't speak well either way, male or female. It doesn't speak well either way. And Brother Kadriel brought up a point I failed to mention. In our communities, you can look national-wide, international, locally. Our children are running our communities, and they have no respect for their elders. And certainly, some of our sisters, no responsibility of their own, regulated to that because our men are in prison. They don't know the Most High. They don't know who they are, what they are, some even marching in the gay parade. So yes, our sisters have been regulated to that position of running our communities. So there's no bad reflection on our sisters. But it wasn't designed for them. That's not the way of the design. Our children running our communities. Our women running our communities. The male and female are to join in concert together under the formation and the codification of the Most High, while our communities are regulated by the Most High.
So the daughters of Zion are key to our nation, because you say it all the time, Yamsu.
Yeah.
The hand that rocks the cradle
Rules the world.
If our daughters are arrogant and prideful, if the daughters of Zion are prideful and arrogant, that vibration rubs off on their children, doesn't it?
Yes, and they're not going to teach them right.
So when Yah tells the nation of Israel to humble yourselves, who's he talking to? He's talking to both the men and the women.
And the women, because we are the teachers. The women
and
are
the women.
the teachers.
We all need to humble
Yes.
to be spiritual beings before Yah.
Mhm.
And that seems to be a thing that we think is a weakness when we humble ourselves. But humility is our greatest strength. And
Hallelujah.
we don't even realize that.
And believe you me, Brother Carter and I, this is no put down on our sisters. This is a lifting up of our sisters. You put them in codification with the Most High, along with our brothers. The onus is not to own our sisters, as well as the onus is not on our brothers. This is a concerted effort. Everybody humble before the Most High and executing the will of the Most High. There's no big I, little you. It's all of us together. The hand that rocks the cradles, and so on and so forth. The hand that swields the shields and sword, and so on and so forth. We're all in this together. They didn't give a damn because there were sisters on those slave boats. They could care less because there was brothers on that slave boat.
Mm-hmm.
They could care less because there was children on those slave boats or elders. So it makes no never mind. What's important that we humble ourselves before the Most High and get out of this hot mess we're in and be codified by the Most High. Because not one of us can lift our heads in pride. Say, I'm a man, I'm something special. I'm a woman, I'm something special. We all dirty out here. That's the mindset that got us in this universal captivity.
So what's the mark?
Something special.
The mark, who's going to reach it first? Will the brothers of the nation reach humility first? Or will the sisters of the nation reach humility first?
The daughters of Zion. That's why they must be codified under the Most High.
So when you reach humility, you'll bring yourself closer to the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So
who gets the true hand that rocks the cradles?
Who gets there first? I think y'all's pulling for the daughters of Zion.
I am too, brother. As long as they're codified under the Most High, there go I.
So we read Micah 4.
Mm-hmm.
And Yah is showing the prominent role that he wants the daughters of Zion to play. But in order for them to play that role, they must not be arrogant. They must not be prideful. They must know the role that Yah wants them to play.
Exactly.
And the only way you're going to know that is by studying his word.
It's just that simple.
So if I could give a couple of scripture references in Psalm 138:6, it says, "For though Yah is high, yet hath he respect unto the lowly, but the proud he knoweth afar off. Elohim specifically watches over, favors, and dwell with those who are humble in spirit." And then Yeshayahu 66:2.
He does what?
Huh?
He does what?
He favors, dwells with those who are humble in spirit.
And what does dwelling mean? What does dwelling mean?
It means he resides with, he walks with, he talks with.
In order for Yah to live with you,
yes,
what must you do?
Be humble.
Yes.
Got to be humble.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, Elder Taib.
Mm-hmm.
Nasanya, may the Most High bless you. Any comments on the commentaries? We didn't mean to leave you out. You could have jumped in. Your mic is hot.
None at all. Thank you.
Thank you, Nasanya. Brother Carter, any additional comments on the commentary?
No, sir.
Thank you, my friend.
If I could just read this last Yeshayahu 66:2. It just says, Elohim looks to him who is humble, contrite in spirit, and trembles at his word.
But you know what, Tahir? I'm glad you mentioned that, Elder. Their concept of humility in this Western Hemisphere is not what it appears to be.
Yes.
Okay? It's not being somebody's rule you can walk over, things of that nature. It means you're codified under the Most High.
Right.
And you do things according to his script. That's all it means, not your script. Praise the Most High. Thank you, Elder Tai.
You mentioned the word contrite.
Broken.
To be contrite is to take responsibility for what you've done.
Your part you played.
And not pointing the finger at somebody else. knowing that you did wrong,
Mhm.
and you want to make a change before the Most High. So the Most High does what for the humble?
He he looks up. He looks to him. He looks to the
Right.
humble. He
Yeah.
looks to the humble.
Yeah. Not only does he dwell with them,
Yes.
but he looks to them. He ain't looking at
Yes.
nobody else.
He
This
watches
is
over
them.
them. He watches
yeah.
over them. He favors and
yeah.
dwell with them.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why we have so many problems, because we ain't humble.
And he, Brother Cottrell didn't say female. He didn't say males. He said all of us.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can reach that point where we're all humble, can you see that? Can you imagine that?
And who doesn't want to be taught by the Most High? Because in Psalm Tehillim 25:9, he guides and teaches the humble. All praises. All praises.
And
Thank you, Elder Tai.
there's one more thing that goes along with humility, because humility is synonymous with meekness, right?
Yes.
What does y'all say about the meek?
They shall inherit the earth.
Mm-hmm.
It says in Psalms 22, the meek shall eat and be satisfied. They shall praise Yah that seek him. Are we seeking Yah?
We need to be.
Your heart shall live forever.
Praise Yah.
Psalms 25:9, the meek will he guide in judgment, and the meek will he teach in his way. Psalms 37:11, but the meek shall inherit the earth and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace.
Peace.
So,
Donald J. Trump. And they didn't inherit the heavens. Okay?
Psalm 76, one more song.
Okay.
One more. You are more gracious, Psalm 76:4. You are more gracious and excellent than the mountains of prey. The stout-hearted are spoiled. They have slept their sleep, and none of the men of might have found their hands. At your rebuke, O Elohim of Yaakov, both the chariot and the horse are cast into a deep sleep. You, even you, are to be feared, and who may stand in your sight when once you are angry? You did cause judgment to be heard from heaven, and earth feared and was still. When Elohim rose to judgment, which he will do, to save what? All the meek of the earth. Praise Yah.
Praise Yah.
Praise Yah. All the meek. Not just Israel. All the meek. Praise the Most High. Thank you, Elder Tai. Thank you, Brother Carter. And thank you, in the Son. And thank you, fellow students. That being said, fellow students, we've come to the conclusion of our studies for the night tonight, but not the conclusion of our studies. That being said, these daughters of Zion, Nasanya and Elder Tai, they've done their due diligence as daughters of Zion, as all daughters of Zion should be done to some extent, shape, form, or fashion. Hand the rocks to cradles, lending their voices to the ethos by way of their comments and their commentaries, beginning in their homes and extending outwards. Brother Cottrell and I, as male elders, along with Elder Tai, we've done our due diligence and more obligation to the eldership, which is, as all elders are more obligated, duty bound to do no less in this regard, to instruct the nation, beginning in your homes and extending out, which we have met them more. But it's not incumbent upon Nasanya, Elder Tai, Brother Cottrell, and I. It is the moral obligation and duty of all the nation to do their due diligence and moral obligation to heed the instructions of the Most High. Not only heed the instructions of the Most High, meditate on the Most High instructions, cling to the Most High instructions, Trust in the Most High instructions. Let the Most High instructions be your pathways, leading by the light, which is wisdom. I know, fellow students, that we have been hoodwinked, run amok. And Plymouth, we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Malcolm X said, Plymouth Rock landed on us. But there are solutions to the Plymouth Rocks landing on us. I know that they told you, by way of the Greco-Romans, English, Portuguese, Belgian, French, so on and so forth, German. You call them our name. The Nicene Council, the Roman Catholic Church, and its derivative churches. That the Most High is like some old God wore out, sitting on the throne somewhere, early onset Alzheimer and dementia. But we studied that the Most High spoke this universe into existence. This universe is still existing, which means the Most High word is still in existence, which means the Most High is in existence. The Most High is forever. He doesn't need a trifecta. He doesn't need anything brought to him by his enemies, nor do you. What the Most High needs from you is what I just mentioned. Heed the instructions of the Most High. Meditate on the instructions of the Most High. Lean on the instructions of the Most High. Trust in the instructions of the Most High. Love the instructions of the Most High. Let the Most High instructions be your pathways, lit by wisdom, the light. Simply says, as this universe and these animals, these birds, these fishes are still in existence, the Most High word is still in existence. And for you individually, the Most High word, if you apply it, his word, if you utilize it, simply says, Yah works for you if you work it. Praise Yah and bless his holy name and bless his word. That being said, fellow students, I will ask my beloved Nasanya to say her shalom's good night. I will ask Elder Ta'i to say hers, and I will ask Brother Cottrell to close us out for the night. Nasanya, may the Most High bless you. Your mic is hot.
Thank you, Yusuf. Shalom and good night.
Thank you, Nasanya. Elder Ta'i.
Shalom and good night, family.
Thank you, Elder. Elder Cottrell. Your mic is hot.
Thank you, Brother Yam. May the Most High be with us all. Shalom and good night, family.
We must learn to stop arguing, all this fussing, all this fighting, pointing fingers, growing shadows, trading mercy for our pride. Hating faces that look like us, same dust, same blood, same crime. We keep burning our own bridges till there's nowhere left to hide. Whole nation undesired, gather, gather, turn your heart to Yah. Hey. Let his name be higher. Whole nation undesired, gather, gather, lay your weapons down now. Praise Yah, praise Yah. Hey. We get lost in little labels, color, language, tribe, and tongue. But the pain feels just the same way, and the mother losing sons. What if love became our banner? What if grace became our law? What if every time we stumble, we just learn and rise once more? Oh, nation undesired, gather, gather, turn your heart to Yah. Let his name be higher. Oh, nation undesired, gather, gather, lay your weapons down now. Praise Yah, oh yeah, praise Yah, oh yeah. Call your brother by the strong name, call your sister, lift the hand. We were made to walk together, one heart, one hope, one land. All nation